Right. The event is going to be hosted by Sean Greenwood. A lot of you know Sean. He's our Onshore panel chair, and he's a technical engineering design manager who is now working independently. So without any further ado, I'll hand you over to Sean to start the awards presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Norman. I get involved in the judging of these awards for, I think this is about my 5th or 6th year running now, and I've almost ended up trying to coordinate each year. It's one of the jobs that I absolutely love and I absolutely hate, because we've had 30 nominations this year, and I'd love to say every one of them was amazing and brilliant and congratulate them all. And the hard bit is actually saying which one's won and which one's better than another. And actually, I think they've all done amazingly well. A couple of names up on the screen there are the ones that I've entered this year. But trying to get them down to whittle them down every year, I hate that part of this project, this job. It's a great thing to be able to do, but it's also the horrible bit of saying who's won. Anyway, let's go on to the next slide and look at the Onshore Project Award. We had 3 shortlisted entries. If we go to the next slide. United Utilities and Mott MacDonald. This was put in by Declan Mawson, basically a replacement of the Haweswater Aqueduct, 4 number 1.6 diameter pipes and a 2.4 metre diameter manifold. Quite an amazing project in the northwest of England. The second one was Irish Water and O'Connor's, put in by Ross Henderson, who did part of a major scheme up in Ireland, but the main part was twin 500mm directional drills, which were shot 5 metres apart. Again, a technically brilliant achievement. And the third one was ULC Robotics, put in by Alex Pender, which is about internal repairs by robots of joints. Again, the stuff that they're doing, it's almost like things from the future in terms of repairing pipes inside with robots. And the winner is, this is the drum roll section, Irish Water and O'Connor Utilities. Have we got Ross on the line at all? Does he want to say a couple of words and come on? Have you unmute yourself, Ross?
I am on the line, yes. Thanks very much, Sean, and the Guild. Yeah, it's quite an achievement to be declared the winner of this award, and it was a credit to our client Irish Water, Irvia, for involving us early on in the contract and converting what was an idea, a theoretical concept at that stage, into something that was feasibly achievable. Yeah, it was a great project to be involved with, and I think everybody learned a lot.
Thank you very much, Ross. What I will say is every one of the shortlisted entries we will invite to give a pig webinar over the next 12 months. So we'd love to know more about that project and the other ones that were shortlisted. But hopefully hear from you soon, Ross. The last thing I'd like to say, the last time we got together in public without these COVID lockdowns was about 2 years ago. And some of the photographs you see at the end normally are, everyone's achieving the awards. We'll send the award out to you, but please take a photograph of yourself holding the award and send it back to us, and we'll try and put it on the website for next year. It's the one thing I do miss, of actually shaking people's hand at the end and congratulating them. Anyway, that's the project award. There were 2 of the others actually should get a highly commended award, and that award goes to, drumroll, ULC Pipe Robotics, which was Alex Pender. I'm not sure if Alex is on, and maybe he wants to have a word. If not Alex, one of his colleagues.
Hi there, this is David McLeod. I'll accept the award on behalf of Alex. I'm Head of Business Development for ULC, so no, thanks for commending us on that project. It's a real honour, and we'd like to just thank the Guild and also our project partners, which were in this case SGN as well, for putting the trust in us throughout. I guess it's been the last 7 or 8 years. We started in the UK doing CISPOT remediation on natural gas pipes in 2013. So thanks to SGN as well for their their trust in our technology deployment.
That's brilliant. Yeah, almost reminds me of Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger sort of technology, what you're doing there. But certainly look forward to you giving us a webinar on that one. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Right, next one we're on to is the Technology Award, which is more for the products developed by our customers out there in the industry. And the shortlisted nominations for this one were Anti Solutions, put in by Carl Johnson. They've got a line stopper, but it's actually an intelligent line stopper that can monitor pressure inside upstream and send alarms by text message, email, anything you want. But basically, it's a major step forward in terms of the safety of line stoppers and what we're doing. The second one was a development by Mott MacDonald in coordination with Continuum, put in by Keith Simpson, Adam Collum, and some of the Continuum Industries staff. Basically, it's a route development tool that automates what we do. And it's another one that I hate, but it's going to put me out of a job, this one. But basically does what I do in 6 months, try to find a pipeline route. These guys do it in about 3 or 4 hours on a computer, but at the same time, they give you a cost for what the material is and also the long sections. Unbelievable step forward in technology. And then the last one by Westwood, entry by Terry Fields, basically a pipeline with an inbuilt leak detection membrane around it. Again, very clever, and could be a step forward in terms of pipes, the way we build them and the way we lay them in future. And we go on to, and the winner is, with the drum roll, Carl Johnson. Well done. Carl, are you on the line? Anybody else from Anti on the line? I can quickly hear somebody here in the unmute button. Is that yourself, Carl?
Is there a... And then use that as the input.
Go on, we can hear you. No problems. If you're not there, don't worry, or if you're struggling with the technology. But really good to see what you developed there, and hopefully be using them ourselves in the near future. But anyway, that's the Onshore Project Awards. We've also got other sections with the Utilities Award, and Richard Weeks, the panel chairman for that side, will take over now and present the Utility Awards. Richard, over to you.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so it's down to me to present the utility panel awards. Like Sean said, the entries this year have been amazing, really pushing forward technology and achievement. And similarly, we've got 2 categories, a project category and a technology category. So if we move on to the shortlisted entries for project, we had 3 shortlisted entries. Yeah, the amazing Irish Water and O'Connor Utilities kilometre-long parallel horizontal directional drill, amazing achievement, major project. So we had that one, really pushed the boundaries on directional drilling. We've had ULC's pipeline robotics, again supporting Brighton's development with the CISBOT system, the innovative cast iron joint sealing system. And then lastly, we had United Utility and McDonald, Bentley, with the Haweswater Aqueduct scheme, a major piece of work there, replacing the old part of the old aqueduct with a new steel pipeline system. And the winner is, yes, United Utilities, McDonald's Haweswater Aqueduct, replacement of Holbank Tunnels scheme. So congratulations, an amazing scheme, big step forward in what can be achieved, replacing aging infrastructure. So I'll hand you the virtual award. Well done. Would somebody like to speak from?
Hi, it's Declan Mawson from MMB. It's a great achievement to to be honoured with this award. Real good recognition of the team, and it's just the project was a great demonstration of what can be achieved when the client and the partner work together, particularly when it came to the outage in October and the connections that we did in under 8 days on an original 28-day programme. So a real achievement, and thank you for the award.
Okay, yeah, well deserved. So if we now move on to the technology entries. So we had a number of shortlisted entries, all amazing achievements, all pushing the industry forward. We had Antar Solutions pipeline control system, so the self-inflating cushion used to divert and reduce flows in pipelines. We had the Cadent Stevik international foam bag system of replacing abandoned stub pipes, and the McDonald Continuum software system for optimizing the pipeline routing. So that has really taken a step forward in certainly in the early stages of optioneering pipeline routes, and getting a lot of useful information very quickly. And it does. I'm not so pessimistic that it will do engineers out of a job. I think there's still a need for the traditional walkover, but it certainly would take a lot of the tedium out of looking at different routes and evaluating them. Then there's the next entry, shortlisted entry, was the hydrant app by NADC. So innovative application which will improve our management of hydrants use, and proactively manages hydrant use and risks to water quality. And then the last shortlisted entry is the solar-powered booster station for remote customers. So a totally self-contained booster station powered by solar panel. So not only does it reduce infrastructure costs in the first place, but it also is practically carbon neutral after a while. So they were the shortlisted entries. And if we go to the winner, McDonald's pipeline route optimizer, which is, as I think Sean said before in the other entries, a great step forward in pipeline design. So congratulations to the team there, Mark McDonald and Continuum Industries, for pushing forward our technology of route optimization. So well done. Would somebody like to speak on that one?
Hi there, everyone. This is Keith Simpson from Mark McDonald. I don't know if Matt Blythe is in from Continuum, but no, it's a wonderful recognition of the hard work we've done together. It certainly won't replace the Sean's of the world, but it's about sort of augmenting design through machine and human working better together to take the mundane out of some of the hard work. But the creativity and ingenuity of humans will always be irreplaceable. But I'm very pleased to receive this recognition from the Guild. Thank you very much.
Okay, again, well deserved. And in this category, we actually have a highly commended entry as well, which again stood out really as, you know, really pushing forward our technology in the pipeline industry and water industry by the use of solar powered energy. So the highly commended entry is the R2M Anglian Water laser booster solar powered booster cabinet. So congratulations for being highly commended on that innovative product. And would somebody like to speak from R2M? Oh, doesn't look like there's anyone here, but nevertheless, a well-deserved runner-up, highly commended, and look forward to seeing more of these in use, and also people taking that idea and developing it for other things as well. So yeah, that's the I think that's all from the utilities panel.
Thank you, Richard. Much appreciated. We can tell by how hard it is when you've got 5 shortlisted in terms of like trying to get to the final winner. But well done. Now we're going to pass over to Jason Wilson, who's the Guild Chairman, who's going to present the Subsea Pipeline Award. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good morning to you all. So, significant contribution to subsea pipeline projects. So, I work for Severn Trent, and if you don't know, we are a landlocked waste and water business. So it's always fascinating, this subject, and it's great to see how the other half live. So we had 2 fabulous entries shortlisted in this category, both of them challenging for different reasons and far more complex than I'm about to make them sound. So the first thing that we had was the Lincolnshire Beach Management Trusthorpe Outfall project, which was the Environment Agency and Team Van Ord. Trusthorpe is located in the south of Mablethorpe in Lincolnshire. High tidal surge event back in 2013 resulted in flooding inshore of coastal defences and affected a number of properties. The root cause of the flooding was identified as high tidal surges overflowing the existing outfall culvert and the sluice. So the solution was to install a precast concrete wall downstream of the existing sluice chamber, fitting a penstock and increasing the height of a number of chambers above the predicted tidal surge levels. This outfall now operates as normal to discharge, but during periods of extreme high tidal surges, this new penstock can be closed to provide the required tidal barrier, and the modified chambers also provide ventilation and access to the outfall culvert. Restricted working area, high customer interaction, and something called COVID-19 pandemic, I don't know if you've heard of that, added to the challenges that this project faced. It was completed during the spring of 2021. The second project that we had was Withensea Long Sea Outfall. This was Yorkshire Water, Royal Haskening DHV, Van Ord UK, Mott MacDonald's and Ward and Burke. Now, Withensea is located in Yorkshire, and it's an area particularly vulnerable to coastal erosion. And when the original LSO was constructed in 1991, the wastewater treatment works was over 160 metres away from the cliff edge. The coastal erosion had reduced this down to 40 metres, and it had also exposed the previously buried LSO. Just as a headline, in 2015 there was 13 metres of cliff edge adjacent to the water treatment works eroded away in 1 week. So this meant that the water treatment works had to be relocated, resulting in a new outfall to maintain the existing discharges for the 60-year design life of the new water treatment works. So a new LSO was constructed by Micro Tunnel, adopting a depth profile alignment to be below the cliff toe and to emerge on the beach for connection to the offshore section. Again, working in proximity to live infrastructure and eroding cliff face, and the COVID-19 restrictions were just a few of the many challenges that the project team needed to manage. And the project was completed in the summer of 2020. So the winner of the project award is Withensea Long Sea Outfall. So congratulations, Yorkshire Water, Royal Haskening, DHV, Van Ord, Mackley, Mott MacDonald, Ward and Burke. So I don't know, do we have, the award was submitted by Daniel Akpan. Is he on the call?
No, he isn't. Unfortunately, he's off sick. Unfortunately, at the moment. So I think I'm the sole representative. I think looking at the participants list.
You take the credit then, Martin.
Not really. I try not to take any credit, as you know. I'd just like to say, Jason, thank you for that very good summary. And
taking, as panel chair and being involved with both projects, I've been unable to present or judge or have any input into this process. So I've had to try and stay independent, but I'd just say you've done a sterling job. And obviously, a thank you from Haskoning and Yorkshire Water and Van Oord and Martz and everybody involved with this project. I say it's a challenging project due to the cliff erosion and multiple stakeholders and interfaces. But it was completed, and I think the treatment works is due to be commissioned this year. So hopefully we won't get affected by the coastal erosion on that part of the coast anymore. So thank you very much, and it's greatly appreciated to receive these types of awards.
Congratulations, Martin. And if I could just make a call, I'd love to see more webinar presentations on both of these projects.
Yes, that can be done, no problem. That's already sort of penciled in.
Lovely, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Jason, for presenting those. I love the way that the one water company that's waterlogged is the one that presents the outfall prize. Nothing like independence in there. Now hand over to Dan Jefferson, who's our Deputy Guild Chair for the photo competition. How are you doing, Dan?
Thank you, Sean. Morning, everybody, and hopefully you're all going to be amazed now by a number of spectacular photographs which have been presented over this past 12 months. As you can see there's a number of entries have come in on a monthly basis. Each of these individuals have picked up a monthly award, something which is quite accessible to everybody within the Pipeline Industry Guild. And there are monthly prizes to be won. So I don't know if you want to just move forward into the photographs here. You can see there's an array of different photos from many of our members on a monthly basis. Of course, we had to take a stop for a short period of time during this past year, but we are now back up at live and running, and we'll hopefully see some more of these photos coming out and being published on the social media. And it's a great opportunity for our members to get a plug through the guild's LinkedIn and social media accounts, if only just to post a photograph. So without further ado, and I guess a drum roll, please. This year's annual winner is Pipelife Norge. I don't know if there's anybody on the call wishes to speak, but here you can see the pipes being towed.
Yeah, and it's Mike Stratton here. I represent Pipelife Norge in the UK. This is a project going through the Suez Canal. Luckily, just a few weeks before the canal was blocked. As you can imagine, that would have been a logistical nightmare. So thank you very much on behalf of Pipelife. I will pass the award back over to my colleagues in Norway who are currently on holiday. But thank you very much. Cheers.
Sorry, Mike, is it just worth saying, I know Jason's mentions webinars, but we are, as a panel, planning to do a webinar about this project and this tow, hopefully later this year?
We are. It was originally planned to happen right when the Evergreen was blocking the Suez, and we decided that probably wouldn't be a good time to do it, but it is scheduled, I think, for October, if I'm right, Martin. Is that right?
Potentially. I'm not sure. I'll have to check with HQ whether we've actually booked a slot yet.
Yeah, it will be a fascinating, because it was going on to Bangladesh this. So yeah, it would be worth everybody dialing into this one, I think. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Now I guess I'll hand it back over to Sean.
Thanks, Dan. Just looking at that photograph, was that done on a drone, Mike, or was that taken yourself on an aeroplane or something?
It was done by an aeroplane. We had an awful lot of permissions because the Suez Canal is considered to be, it's protected effectively by the Egyptian military. So you can't do anything without their involvement. So yeah, it was, you'd think it'd be very easy to arrange something like that, but actually hugely complex. And that's one of many photographs. If you go on our website, you'll find some video, some short snaps of video of it going through as well. It's very impressive. You know, it was the biggest problem we had was trying to decide which photograph we ultimately use, because nice problems. Yeah, nice problems. But yeah, it was taken by, I'm not sure if it was a plane or a drone. They had both running. So
brilliant. Thank you.
Complicated. Thank you.
I think what we can say of everything we're seeing today is, even despite lockdown and, one hell of a year in terms of, the way we've had to work and change the way we work, the projects and products are still being developed, and amazing ones too. If you look at the range of photographs there, absolutely brilliant. And the same with, the innovations in the projects and the products. It's not a quiet year, and that was my worry when someone said, can you judge this year? So I was quite worried about what people were going to put in. But 30 entries, and you look at the photographs as well. What a brilliant year for the competition. What I will say is, we've mentioned it a couple of times, every one of those shortlisted entries we'll try and get on the webinar for you later on this year. They're all listed on the screen as we speak, and some great talks coming up there. Can we go to the next slide? Like I said, I think they were taken 2 years ago when we were in Manchester. It would be really good to get a photograph of everybody who's won when you get it through the post. Just send us a photograph back. We'd love to see you holding that trophy and the smiles on your faces. That's the bit I miss of actually meeting people afterwards. The next slide. Couple of events coming up. 19th of July, carbon reduction. Speaking by Cadent in the Midlands, but it'll be online, and please come and it's national now that you can get to these events rather than just being local. 20th of July we've got the Green Alliance with a joint meeting with PIG and UK STT, and then on the 27th of July they've got the future of site security by the carbon neutral red security solutions. Future Guild events, karting on the 29th of September. That's a great fun event. 2nd of December, we've got the Prestige Lecture in Bath by the CEO of Wessex Water, Colin Skelett. 2nd of December, Wales and West Branch dinner in Bath. And 9th of March, we've got the annual dinner. Might all finally be able to get back together again. Hopefully see you in Wales, if not see you at the national dinner. What I would like to say is, if you've got any feedback on today, please get in touch with the head office. We do appreciate your ideas. If anybody got any ideas of talks they want to give besides the shortlist entries, please get in touch. And if there's any subject matters you want us to cover that you've not seen covered in the webinars we've done so far in the past year, again, just let us know. We're open to ways forward of trying to develop what we're doing. But other than that, I'd like to draw it to a close, and thank you for your time today. Cheers. Have a good day.
Thank you, Sean, for presenting this year's awards. It just demonstrates again the great work that is being undertaken by our members. And if you do want to get involved in the awards, just look out for the posts next year for when the entries are due in. One thing that I will say about the awards, whilst you will see a lot of the entries within our webinar programme, we'll also be showcasing them at the Guild dinner via our screens around the room. So there's plenty of opportunity to promote your innovation and great projects through the Guild. So please get in touch with us if you've got something that you want to present on, because we're always happy to provide you with a platform to show your innovation and project work. With that, I'll close today's event. Thank you all for attending and your support for the Guild through the last year and going forward. Thank you very much, and good morning to everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.